UNCW baseball stays hot with a sweep over William & Mary.
Softball's hitting struggles continue.
An exclusive interview with Captain Trip Foreman of UNCW's track and field is coming up. So stay tuned because I'm Will Oakes.
And I'm Miranda Fabian.
And Seahawk Central Sports starts right now. UNCW baseball extended their winning streak to 7 games with a sweep over William & Mary this past weekend. Their overall record now stands at 25-8. The Seahawks will now hit the road as they travel to East Carolina and Hofstra before they return home for a single matchup against the North Carolina Tar Heels on April 22nd. Although they have struggled on the road with a record of 3-4, UNCW baseball is heading into this road trip with some great momentum.
UNCW softball continued to struggle as they lost the first of 5 games of their road trip. The Seahawks are currently on a 6-game losing streak and have scored a total of 4 runs over that span. They will make one more stop at Chapel Hill for a 2-game series versus the Tar Heels before they return home to take on Towson at Bozeman Field starting on April 18th.
Men's tennis concluded the regular season with a win over Georgia State. This puts their overall record at 10-7. The Seahawks will now prepare for the CAA Men's Championship, so they have won in back-to-back years. They're the top seed in the tournament and will be taking on Delaware Friday, April 17th.
Women's tennis finished up their regular season with a loss to Charleston Southern at the UNCW tennis courts. The Seahawks ended the season with an overall record of 9-8. They will also begin to prepare for the CAA Women's Championships as they compete for the conference title. They are listed as the 4th seed and will take on James Madison Friday, April 17th.
Although UNCW track and field was threatened to lose their program, they have not given up hope yet. The athletes, parents, and coaches have put in a strong effort to raise money and keep their program alive. Let's take it over to Tyler Franceschini and track and field captain Trip Foreman for more on this story.
Thanks, Will. I'm here with captain of the track and field team, Trip Foreman. In early December, Chancellor Bill Sederberg and athletic director Jimmy Bass announced that they would be making budget cuts by taking away men's cross country, women's indoor track and field, and men and women's outdoor track and field from our athletic program. In late January, this decision was made final. Athletes, parents, and coaches protested by creating the Save UNCW Track and Field Fund, which Sederberg and Bass granted permission to fundraise on February 27th. Track and field must now raise $250,000 by the end of May to keep their program alive for the 2016 season. How you doing today, Trip?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me out here.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure. Could you tell us a little bit about how you've dealt with this adversity this season with the recent budget cut announcement and how it's affected your team?
Yeah, I mean, at first it was heavy news to take. I don't know if you guys know about it, but about 2 years ago, there was an issue came up with the budget, and the board, they asked them to just outline 6 teams that might be possibly cut. And after that, they ended up cutting our indoor track program, just the men's team. But that's not an issue. I could get into it, but the way track works, that's not a problem. So December 7th rolls around and we have a meeting. It's the first day of finals, and I was like, no way they're gonna drop some heavy news on us like that. And lo and behold, they ended up telling us that the program's cut. And I mean, it was rough news. There's a lot of anger and just sadness at first, but within a couple days, I'd say it brought the team closer than I've ever seen it.
Wow. Well, obviously you're a captain of the team, so it's meant a lot to you throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
What's some of the biggest or one of the biggest lessons you've learned at being a part of the track program?
I would definitely say just never give up. Just keep going. If you really care about something and you really want to do something, go for it. I've seen so many athletes, myself included, go through an injury or a setback or maybe not have the best meet, and you just have to remember there's the next weekend. And that's what we're trying to do for this program. That's where we're at right now, is that never giving up. We've all faced adversity. We're now facing adversity as an entire group, and it's brought us together to help fight it.
Absolutely. That's a big, important message. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, you have the forum to say anything you like. Is there anything you'd like to say about the track program?
I would just like to say, I mean, thanks for all the support for those of you who have donated, and for those of you who haven't, please check out the website, Save UNCW Track and Field. This is a hard-working group. 2 weekends ago, we were up at William & Mary, and it was a field of 50-plus colleges, schools like Villanova and Pitt, and our boys team actually won the whole meet, and our girls finished second,
wow,
only to Villanova.
Wow.
And out of that whole field, we had the lowest budget. So this is a hard-working group, and we all love what we do. So please help us keep this going.
Well, I couldn't say it any better than that. He's obviously proven the fact that UNCW track needs to stay, and we should do anything possible to make this happen. Thank you, Will and Miranda. We'll kick it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Tyler, and best of luck to everyone involved with the track and field program. Tune in next week for more UNCW sports highlights. As always, I'm Miranda Fabian.
And I'm Will Oakes, and remember, win, lose, or draw, it's always a great day to be a Seahawk. Have a great week, UNCW.